Good morning, everybody. My hair is amazing this morning, but I don't have to go anywhere. But I just wanted to real quickly because I'm hearing a lot of discussion about Clark whistles, and there's some people who hate them, and there's some people who love them. And I just wanted to share my personal experience with this. And overall, the summary version of this is I feel like everyone, if you're searching through this is applies to inexpensive whistles. Try a Clarke, try the Clarke Sweetone, and if you don't like the tone, like I said, I think I got this one, and this is a Woodstock by Clarke. It's basically the same thing, but this is the very first whistle. I found it for $8. It's like $7.99 when I was on a trip to Canada, and it's one of my favorite all time whistles. And I'll show you. This is the whistle. This is a Walton's D. This is the whistle that I started out with, and it's okay. It was fine for a starter whistle, but it's a little bit rough. There's something about the tuning I don't like. So I got a Feadog whistle, and I like this one better. It's a little stronger. Is okay, and I played it for quite a while, but there was something about the high D whistles, and I went through several other. I got a Walton's, the little aluminum one. I got a bunch of whistles, and there was always something I didn't like about them. But they were all these cylindrical bore whistles, and I finally I quit, and I went to low whistles, and I said I just happened to be up on a vacation, and I came across this box of Clarke Woodstocks, and I thought, yeah, $8, I'll give them a try. I'd never tried a conical bore whistle before, so I get this, and it's quiet in the first octave, but it's got a nice open tone. But one of the things I was looking for was a nice second octave. And when I came across the Clarke, I was so happy that I immediately I felt like I'd been missing an entire style of whistle that I could have been enjoying from the get go. If I'd started on a Clarke, I feel like I would have been a lot happier for a lot longer. And everyone they're cheap, and that's my point. Is some people love these kinds of whistles, and that's fine. They're not really my thing, uh, but don't say the Clarke Sweetones are the worst whistles and they're going to handicap everyone, because some people like them. I love the second octave. I love how it's very bird-like to me. I like the open kind of husky tone. And I don't, it's not necessary. I played it in sessions. It's not the loudest whistle, but for high D whistles, I don't want a loud whistle most of the time. So for $8, I feel like there's, for the things that I like. So I figure there are people out there. Some of them are like me. They'll appreciate the Clarke Woodstock and the tone. Some people are like some other people that really don't like them and feel like they're trash. And again, for $8, maybe $10, I feel like it's worth it for beginners to get a shot. But if you're someone and the Clarke Sweetone is your first whistle and you're not getting along with it, try one of these. They're also inexpensive. I would say like everyone start out with buy a Clarke Sweetone, buy like a Feadog whistle, and play which one you like better. And like just as an example, in the low whistle realm, it's kind of I feel like there's a similarity. So this is a Quissel, and this is a Carbony, low D. These are much more expensive than than a Sweetone. I got this one used, so it wasn't as much as retail price. This one I bought new. It was about $100. I feel like this one's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I've always felt like carbonies play a little bit like sweet tones, and I like carbony whistles. They're not super powerful. They are breathy, but they have a light quickness to them and a nice second octave that I like. So this is the equivalent of the cylindrical bore whistles. Very powerful low end. You can really lean into it. There's something nice about that. Some people like that particular tone. Here's the carbony. Hold on, Jasper. So you can hear that. It's a breathier whistle, quieter on the bottom end, but its characteristics appeal to me in a way that not so much on this whistle. But that's not to say that this whistle isn't a better whistle for some people. So that is my point. If you like the Clarke Sweetones, fantastic. If you don't like them, that's fine too. Just let people discover these things for themselves. Just because a particular set of characteristics are not what you're looking for in a whistle does not mean that's not something that other people are looking for in a whistle. And that's one of the reasons when I do reviews, or I don't do reviews, I do comparisons. I am trying to help people hear the sounds that they're looking for. I try to describe the characteristics that I'm seeing, and if a whistle isn't to my taste, I don't assume that that whistle is not the perfect whistle for someone else. So I'm trying to help people find their perfect whistle, but not steer them away from any whistle in particular, because I know that everyone has different needs and tastes and requirements in what they're looking for in a whistle. So I hope that is helpful and helps clarify kind of some, because I've typed a lot about this, so I was like making a visual demonstration. So